Namaskar. Myself SK Yadav, your host and mentor, usually known as the NGO Guru. We are here in this video with a great information about a government project named Garima Greh. There are several projects specially designed by government and various government departments, which can be searched at NGO Darpan portal at Apply Grant section of that portal. On that portal, there are so many ministries available and so many departments are available there who offers various schemes to the NGOs. Apart of these schemes, currently we have an open scheme for the NGOs, which is called Garima Greh, and it's presented by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So let us start the video with our current project, which is available for NGOs. We are here on our screen, and we have to type MSG, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and you will find a website link over there, grantsmsji.gov.in. Right here, we will find we have to scroll down and we will find the new or current news about the grants and applications which are open. So at the first, we will find the applications invited for setting up the Garima Greh, right? Its application or EOI is open for the next 15 days. It has been released on 26th of June and it will be available till 7th of July. Means this application have a deadline of 7th July 2024. So let us find about the detailed information of this project, whether our NGO is eligible for the same or not. So we will click on the express of interest and we will find a particular PDF of this project or scheme. Let me, yes, I think so it will be visible to all of you. So Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has invited the express of interest for the non-governmental organizations to run Garima Greh shelter home for transgenders. It's the scheme and the application have been invited for the financial year 24 and 25. About the background of this scheme, transgender persons have some rights under some sections which have been described over there, right? To protect their rights, it's defined by the ministry that they must be provided some shelters for their growth, right? So aims and objectives of the schemes are to take care of the primary needs of the providing shelters to the transgender persons with basic amenities like food, medical care, and other social and physiological and economical constraints, right? To provide them legal care and physiological counselings to the transgenders. This is the main aims and objectives of the scheme. To provide skill development training throughout these Garima Greh's shelter homes. So this is the main aims and objectives of the scheme. To provide them the assistance to obtain the identity cards like Aadhaar card, PAN card, ration card, passports, to assist overall them to get the same through this Garima Greh's, right? So to improve the overall livelihood condition of the transgender persons by providing a positive environment for their holistic development. So these are the main aims and objectives of this particular scheme. Like Ministry of Social Justice already working for the old age homes and other initiatives are over there. Like, so same orphanages, so same, this is the same project, but it's slightly different because it will work only for the transgenders. Like in our orphanages, we accommodate the orphanage childs over there. In our elder home, right? We used to provide shelter for the elders only. So in Garima Greh, we will provide the shelters and other facilities for the transgenders only, right? So Garima Greh are to be set up across the country, right? So which are the those societies who are registered under section 1860, or the public trust, or the companies registered under section 8, right? Or section 25 of Companies Act. So they can they can apply for this particular project of Garima Greh. So we will find out the different information about this application. Last date of this application is 7th of July till 11:59 p.m. through this e-Anudan portal, whichever I have described you before. Through this portal only, we will have to apply for this scheme, right? After that, no applications will be treated or will be entertained, right? Ministry have rights to make a call to present for your presentation about this project. So you must have to prepare yourself mentally that you may receive a call for your presentation at ministry's defined date and time and locations, right? So what are the documentations required for this project? A sample letter of intent, it is required as annexure 1. As an annexure 2, it will require an undertaking of effect that the firm has not been blacklisted in India or and abroad by any government agency or in any form, right? So you have to provide both of the annexures on your letterhead only. Then you will have to provide the details of the turnover of last 2 financial year as annexure 3. As annexure 4, we will have to provide the organization details, which is mandatory to be notarized by the government entities, right? So write up organization profile. You will have to write up about your organization, your society registration certificate, or your trust deed, or your section 8 company registration certificate is required in this for this project. Your MOA or your bylaws or your trust deed is required for the same. For Section 8, MOA and AOA is also required to file this grant application. And you must have the latest file return also for the same. Okay, so latest return is also required to apply for this project, right? Now, aims and objectives of the organization to be mentioned over during the grant application. Activity report and annual reports to be for the last years. You have to describe all the same. Income tax registration and exemption certificate. If you have any income tax exemption certificate like 12 and NTG, you will have to mention over there about the same. List of board or governing body. Project board and governing body, both of the list is required in this project, right? So there are some notes because these are the some conditions for the applicant organization that you must have an experience of minimum 2 years in this field to apply for this project. The application organization should be registered. It must be a registered society, company, or trust, right? The entities asking for the this financial help should not receive any other grants or funds for the same scheme or for the same work from any other department, right? So if you are availing any other grants or any other financial support for the same work, you cannot apply for this project, right? The financial support would be provided through the organization till the operation is till the operating and maintaining of the Garima Greh, right? It is subject to the continuation of Smile setup scheme, right? So Smile scheme or the at the time of ministry which is organizing this Garima Greh project. So they will consider your grant up to your operation of this particular Garima Greh project, right? In a particular manner, right? In a satisfactory mode. If they will find your project, yeah, they will find their Garima Greh in not to be driven in satisfactory working, they can cancel your grant also, right? So you will have to remind these all the things before making an application for this particular project. And structure of the Garima Greh. This is the shelters will be managed and executed by the project management committee like PMC, right? Every project, any shelter homes have its PMC. It is mandatory to have a PMC for the particular shelter homes. In this particular PMC, the secretary of the organization running the Garima Greh must be a person of the transgender community. So it's the mandatory that the secretary of the NGO organization must be uh, must be a transgender, a person from transgender community, right? The committee will expand to meet every month and record minutes of the meeting. These are the common structures which we follow during any project or any application. So There are the project PMC. Main PMC will be consisted of main 5 persons, in which chairperson will be district magistrate or the equivalent person having equivalent authority of like a district magistrate, and there will be some 4 members. Which one representative from NGO or CBO will be a member in this PMC. Doctor, a part-time doctor or a full-time doctor will be the member of this PMC. An expert in transgender welfare and issues, it must be there in the PMC board, right? And a president or secretary of Garima Greh, right? As a project director, it must be a member secretary of this PMC, right? So this is the project management committee you will have to maintain to run this Garima Greh project, right? And this project management committee will be nominated by the district magistrate or district collector. And staff provision is over there for to maintain the Garima Greh. A project director is required, a project manager is required, an accountant assistant is required, bridge counselor coordinator is required, a counselor is required, a cook is required, multitask worker is required, a sweeper is required for the same, and 3 watchmen are required for the to conduct to operate this Garima Greh. So overall, 11 persons are required to maintain the Garima Greh. What are the physical standards? These have been defined over there, that Garima Greh should be located in reasonably quiet and residential localities, so that there is no uncultural elements to disturb the residents, right? The center should be easily accessible, right? The center should be properly ventilated, well lit, right? So these are the conditions required for your Garima Greh locations, right? So you will have to find, and the main important thing is there, the biometric attendance system must be there over there for your staff, right? CCTV camera is required on your Garima Greh on your location, right? So that must be linked to your website or Garima Greh portal, right? So if we about the build up or non build up area for the transgender or shelter home for this, that is an approximate value. Rooms or the dormitory for individuals, that is required 25% required area, each person 50 square feet. So 1250 square feet minimum area is required as shelter, right? Medical room 200 square feet. Recreational places 500 square feet, like garden or other activity places, open spaces, 500 square feet is required. Stock room 100 square feet, bathroom 200 square feet, toilets 200 square feet, office room 150 square feet, staff room 100 square feet, caretaker cum bridge course coordinator 200 square feet, social security office 100 square feet. So overall minimum 3,000 square feet area, constructed area is required to operate this Garima Greh, right? What will be the evaluation or selection procedure? There is a marking system. Based upon your the following parameters, you will be provided some marks, and those NGOs who will obtain 70 plus marks during this observation, they will be considered and they will be provided the particular grant of PMs, this particular project, right? So on the based upon your number of experience with transgender community, you will be provided the marks. Like if you have 2 years experience, you will be provided 5 marks. If you have 3 to 4 year experience, you will be provided 10 marks. If you have 5 to 6 year experience, you will be provided 15 marks. And if you have more than 6 year experience, you will be provided more than 20 marks. Overall 20 marks you will be provided by upon your experience. If organizations worker are working with transgender community, based upon the number of your persons working with transgender community, you will be provided the marks. Like same, if 2 persons from our NGO is working with this transgender community, you will be provided 5 marks. Same, 3 persons 10 marks, 4 persons 15 marks. If our NGOs more than 4 persons are working with the same transgender community, then we will be provided by 100 marks, right? So this is the grade system based upon the different conditions, like coverage with other schemes. Like if you are working in health, education, and skill development sector of the transgender community, so if you are working on one scheme, you will be provided by 5 marks. If you are operating 2 to 4 scheme currently operating, or already have you have completed these schemes, so you will be provided 2 to sorry, if you are working, you have completed or working as with 2 to 4 schemes, you will be provided 10 marks. 5 to 7 scheme, 15 marks. More than 7 schemes, 20 marks, right? Number of transgender persons rehabilitated by means of self-employment. If you have provided, if you are working previously with the transgender community and you are working for their skill assessment and for their employment and jobs and all the things, if you have placed more than 1 to 25 transgender, you have provided them the employment, then you will be provided 5 marks. If you have provided employment to 25 to 50 persons, you will be provided 10 marks. If you have placed or provided employment to 50 to 75 transgenders, you will be provided 15 marks, and more than 75 placements or more than 75 employments, you will be provided 20 marks. So this is a grade system and reward systems also over there. If you have been rewarded on block level, you will be rewarded by 5 marks. If you are rewarded for the transgender community welfare on district level, you will be provided 10 marks. If you are awarded on state level, you will be provided 15 marks. If you are awarded for the welfare of transgender community on national level, you will be provided 20 marks. So this grade system will work upon at the back end of your ascension of this particular grant. So these parameters are required, right? So if your NGO is working in one district, you will be provided 5 marks. If you are working, if your NGO is working for the welfare of this transgender community in more than 2 to 5 districts, you will be provided 10 marks. If you are working in 6 to 10 districts, you will be provided 15 marks. More than 10 districts, you will be provided 20 marks. So these are the grading and pointing system which will be working as a qualification criteria of your NGO, and it must be reminded that if your overall percentage is 70 plus, yani ki, means if you get 70 plus marks with all these terms and conditions, then only you will be treated to be introduced to this particular grant, or your file will be entertained for this particular scheme or grant. Like, so these are the conditions you must have to keep in mind while making an application for this scheme. Submission of application. Already I have told you that the application will be submitted online through this portal only, right? From for the EMDAN portal of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. The same portal I have shown you before, right? The last date is 7th of July 2024. Now, some conditions are required. If you have any information, if you have any queries related, so you may contact on the given mail IDs to Mr. Ankit Srivastav, Under Secretary, right, or Mr. Mayank Bhardwaj, National Coordinator of this particular scheme. So now we will discuss about the annexures of this particular scheme. So first annexure, as I told you, sample letter of intent. So you will have to draft to Mr. Ankit Srivastav, Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, room number 401, A Wing, Shastri Bhavan, New Delhi. And the same letter you will have to draft on your letterhead only. So this letter must be drafted on your letterhead. You will have to insert date over there. You will have to insert your name and authorized signatures, designation, and all the things with seal and sign over there, right? So first annexure is ready. Now we will move to the second annexure. Second annexure is the annexure of undertaking, right? So name of the applicant, organization, and complete address must be there on your letterhead, right? So you will have to mention over there, and you will have to type all these given conditions, right? And you will have to seal and sign the same. And these two annexures, annexure 1 and annexure 2, must be at your letterhead only, right? About the third annexure, on a simple paper, you will have to mention all of your 3 years turnover in the same column or the same sheet as given in there, serial number, name of organization, financial year 1, or you may define over there like financial year 2022 to 23, 24 to 25, or like that. You will have to mention, and you will have to attach this particular sheet with your CA. Your CA will certify this particular sheet. So your CA will draft this particular annexure and will seal and sign it, and you will have to make a PDF of the same to be attached later in the online application, right? So in annexure 4, Your organization profile will be maintained. You will have to type this organization profile. All pages of the application form will be duly must be duly for new cases, like if you are a new applicant for this particular scheme. So this particular organization profile must be notarized and attested by gazetted officer, right? Like any gazetted officer, notary public or some equivalent, right? So name of the scheme, you have to same maintain over there, smile, right? Support of marginalized individual and livelihood entrepreneur, right? Name of the organization you have to mention over there. Name of the state where the project is proposed, you have to mention the state name. You have to project location over there. Do you have a website? Yes or no? You must have an answer of yes, and you have to define the your website, because previously we have told that your Garima Greh, your project location must have been equipped with CCTV cameras, and that must be relevant related to your website and the Garima Greh portal also. So the website is mandatory. So you will have to follow the conditions of the same. Organization in organization detail, you will have to provide the Niti Aayog name as per your Niti Aayog record, your unique ID of the Niti Aayog, like NGO Darpan ID over there, a registered office address, town, city, district, mobile number, telephone, email address, and organization goal and objectives you will have to mention over there. Then you will have to provide the details of the head of NGO, like his name, his designation, his phone number, and his mail ID, right? Date of establishment you will have to provide here. Geographical coverage of the organization, if your organization is working in more than one district, you will have to mention over there all the areas over there. Main area of specialization, what is your main area of specialization, you will have to mention over there. Then number of professionals, full-time staff, you will have to manage over there. Office space in square meters, what is your office space in square meter, and its ownership status, like it's rented, it's owned, or it's leased, right? You will have to mention over there. So total work experience with the transgender community, you will have to mention whether you have 1 year experience, you are fresher, you have more than 2 years experience with transgenders, whatever you have, you will have to mention over there. Sorry. Details of carrying out such special project of government for the this community. If you have any details of project which is being carried out by your organization, you will have to mention over there. So organization strength, you will have to mention over there. What is your organization strength? Like number of name of the staff member, their gender, their position, their total work of experience, right? And you must have to provide name, educational qualification, address, and contact detail of two key persons, chief chief functionaries, like secretary, president, chairman, right? So you will have to disclose the details of your secretary, president, or chairman. Any two persons, you will have to mention their details, like their name, their qualification, their address, their phone number, their email ID, and their designations, right? Details of act in which the organization is registered. If your organization is registered in trust deed, in trust, so you will have to mention the trust act over there, your registration number, your registration date. If you are registered, your NGO is registered as a society, you will have to provide the societies act name over there, right? Your registration number is there. If your NGO is registered as a Section 8 company, so you will have to provide the section name over there, like Section 8 of Companies Act 2013 or Section 25 of Act of 1980, right? So you will have to provide the section name, your registration number, your date of registration. Is there any validity of your registration? So you will have to must mention over there about your validity of that particular registration. If you have the PAN, you have the PAN number, so you will have to provide the PAN number and its date. Your ATG or FCRA registration details, you will have to provide over there. And whatever the information you are being provided, here, you will have to provide the proof of the same. Like if it is had been asked that your PAN registration number, so you will have to provide a copy of your PAN. If you have mentioned your FCRA or ATG details over there, you will have to disclose your ATG certification and FCRA certification also, right? So whatever the details that has been disclosed in information, you will have to provide their documentation or their documentary proof also with this application form, right? So details about any ongoing project of the organization or your outcomes or achievements for the transgender community. If you have any experience or any project over there in the last 5 years, you can mention over there, right? So these are the it's mention here, kindly submit necessary proof of documentations, right? So you will have to provide the a write-up of organization profile and proposed project along with a board implementation schedule. So a profile of the organization and proposed project along with a board implementation schedule that must be disclosed with this annexure, right? So now we will go through the annexure V. It is about the project or budget of the Garima Greh. Your project budget must be correspondent to this given schedule. There are two type of cost will be provided to the operating organizations. One of the non-recurring expenses and one of the second one is recurring expenses. Non-recurring expenses, which is one-time investment, and recurring expense, which is ongoing investments, right? So non-recurring expense like one-time cost of purchasing furniture and fixtures, right? That is 1.5 lakh. Computer or other instruments, that is 50,000. Equipment of Garima Greh like CCTV, TV, fan, inverter, etc. That is 1.3 lakh. Kitchen items, that is 1 lakh. Safety equipment, that is 22,500. Skill development related equipments, right? That is 50,000. So overall, you will be provided a non-recurring budget of 5,02,500. That your non-recurring budget must not be greater than this amount. And what about the recurring budget? Recurring budget like rental of the building, that must not exceed 40,000 per month, right? So at overall 4,80,000 will be provided as a to you in your budget, right? So like this, every detail have been given there. What are the food expenses? Like 9 lakh rupees, maximum 9 lakh rupees will be provided as food expenses. For project manager salary, you will be provided maximum 2,40,000, right? 20,000 per month. So all the things are given over there. So overall 36,46,500 will be awarded as to operate this Garima Greh in this project. So this is the overall budget of this particular project. So I think so with this detailed guideline, you have overcome about the situation whether your organization is eligible to apply for the same project or not. If are you eligible for the same project, to apply for the same project, just type in the comment that I am eligible. If your organization is not eligible for this project, just type we are not eligible in the comment box of this video. And soon we will be back with a video with online application live process of this particular scheme, but the video will be launched as per your maximum number of comments, likes, and share of this video. Thank you. Thanks a lot to all of you, and hope you will enjoy these kind of grant applications in detailed information on this channel only. So kindly subscribe the same channel, and we will be back and we will meet in the next video very soon. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.